Yo traders, Smash here. It's time for a daily recap on November 9th, 2017. First of all, want to fill in some gaps here on my setup. I've had some questions about level 2 and what my setup is like here, so let me go over this real quick. The matrix. This is full market depth. It's like the like the DOM on other platforms. It's the same thing. The data coming in is every ECN, every level, so on those low floats like you saw on my screen the other day, these aren't as handy. I have a level 2 on another screen where it's a little bit easier to read, but for everything else, you just can't touch this. This is absolutely 10 times better. Level 2 has nothing on it. In fact, anyway, so this is my time and sales. This is short, just straight every single print, okay? And like how quick these prints can fly by whenever there's actions happening, okay? So this is my big print indicator. It's everything over 1,000, so just got to add 2 zeros to it. So this thing prints a lot slower and it shows me volume. So I don't even look at this, right? When I'm looking at a trade to get in, I'm looking for, some good demand and some good buying. I like to see these big prints. End of the day, every day, I like to come in, I like to see these big prints. This is one of the 26,900 shares right here in one print. So I can look at this area right here and I can add it up real quick. This one you can't even do that because you have all these little 100, 300 retail prints, just blah, 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 and you can't even tell. This one I can tell in bulk how much is traded in this price range. And of course, you always have these smaller trades, right? So this is the bulk of it, and I can figure, there's even more being added on the retail side, right? So this is very, very handy. Huge advantage, TradeStation. You can come in here and you can actually go to your dates, and you can go back and you can look at the whole 2 days back on this. So if you're trying to really look at one of your trades and where you entered and all that, you can actually come back and look at that time and sales exactly at that time and see what was going on during that time and dissect it and go, wow, man, I really screwed up. There wasn't even enough demand to be doing this. So that's it for the platform. We got the rest of it's pretty self-explanatory, the positions and the orders out. And then one more thing, the quality of the DCIX live video. I figured out what I did wrong. I wasn't recording as quality, and so today I was recording my screen with the good quality stuff, and I was in 3 tickers at once or something like that, and all of a sudden everything's like freezing, slow motion, my screen's barely moving, everything's going against. So I'm trying to get out of trades on my phone and everything. So needless to say, as I go over these, until I upgrade something here, I don't think I'll be doing the live trading because I can't record my screen while I'm trading. So maybe this weekend I'll buy a new setup. But until then, you're not going to see much of that, just recaps. So the losers first, OTIC, the way it was holding this level at 6 area right here, the way it was holding this level, and then the 580 under over for the 6, which was like right in here somewhere. I had an order sitting out there, and I got filled, and then as it came through, after I got filled, I set a stop on it, and I quit watching it. Didn't even pay any attention to it anymore. And turns out I got stopped out in the middle of all that nonsense, or all this craziness that was going on. KBSF, I was really interested in this. I was already in it. It was up. I was a winner. And I started out here. 1060 area was my first entry, and I just grabbed 500 shares. Then I added another 500, and I got myself up to 2,000 shares with, I don't know, somewhere in here average. A nice little winner towards the open. I was focused on Roku, and so as this ran, I was wanting to sell before I set a stop. I was wanting to sell half into this push, set a hard stop. My computer was kind of acting stupid when all this was going on, and I got out of this position on my phone after it went against me. So I wasn't even able to actually get out of this all 2,000 shares. I wasn't even able to sell half anyway. So I got out of this pretty quick. That's the one I was focusing on the most because it moves the fastest when I got on my phone. Next was, I'll go over the KSS because I was watching this one really close. I had a lot of faith in Roku. I wasn't even really sweating. I have two main screens up where I can watch 2 trades, really well at the same time without stressing out. So I had KSS were my main watch and Roku. KBSF, I wanted to just sell half and set a hard stop and then quit watching it. KSS, I liked this short for some possible continuation on the downside here. I got in here at this little bit of right here at this whole dollar. It looked like it was going to come down here and then come back up, right? So I got short right here with the plan. My risk was to 38, so I didn't get in that big. Well, I got 1,000 shares in, but I mean, I got in not that big for me. Risking 38. Where's that at? Yeah, risking in the 38 right here. So I got, when it came back up here, I got my ad, and I got like a 37.96 ad right here, which was really sweet. Brought my average right in here. So at this point right here, as it reversed down here and it went under my average. So my average was right about in here. I could have been completely green right here. And what I did was I sold half, which I do all the time. I'll sell half right here, and then I will look to add that back right here for the continuation, or stop out half, and then at least I've paid myself. So anyway, that's what ended up happening. I sold half right here, and then I was watching this really hard right here to add, but it just looked so strong. I just I have a button on my platform. I just hit reverse, and so it flipped me around, got me out short. Sorry, got me out short, and then got me in long, and then I added another 1,000 shares in this under over dip right here, and it flirted around it, and then until the open, and this thing just took off. So this was just a winner from in the first, I don't know, 5 minutes after the trade. So I was already up just a little bit on my short, and then let's see, Roku was the nice one, and this is the one I've had the most questions about. So why did I do what I did and all that? I think the important thing, hold on a second. Let me see where we're at here. That's end of day. Okay. So one of the things that you'll learn in trading after you've been doing this for a while is there is no guarantee. I mean, I know I did it in the beginning. I looked for, hey, if this stock does this, then it's, I'll get in and it's supposed to do this. And then you think you got it licked and you do that, and the next one absolutely doesn't even do what you want it to do. There is no, black and white. So it's all about conviction. I've traded this Roku since the IPO. I made bank on this Roku. I mean, you can just tell with good earnings and this spike right here, everybody that traded it before, like I did, is excited. I mean, it's like, yeah, I'm ready to see this. So I already know the way this thing moved last time, people are going to be trading this. With this move right here, guaranteed, no questions about it. So when I see this thing pulling back down here and giving me better entries, I'm taking it. I got one comment on there about, averaging down. I don't average down. Like, I know that it looks this way. I usually take one ad, and that's it. But this is a completely different trade. If I'm not sure of anything, I'll take one ad. I don't even consider it averaging down. And the same with this. It doesn't matter how many entries I take between here and here. I'm not averaging down. Okay, that's not what is going on here. My risk was 24 because of the support level from here. It broke out past 24 and it has held support ever since. Okay, so right here, my risk was under 24 and I give it room for under over. So my risk was 23.79. Okay, so I'm sizing. If I get in up here, because I don't want to miss the move, I'm risking all the way to 23.79. So I'm risking a freaking dollar. Okay, I'm risking $1 at this point. That is not averaging down. I'll take this trade from here all the way down to my risk. Okay, that's my opinion. So from here, I don't care where, I'll add and I'll add and I'll add. I'm trying, and I'll get bigger and bigger size the closer I get to my risk. So I don't even remember how many times I added, but I got in here. I got in like another 1,000 shares, and you'll see that I got a little bit bigger size closer I got here. And then I actually have these orders sitting out here all morning. So I have the big order here. I have 3,000 here, I think. Yeah, 3,000 here, and I had 5,000 sitting here in case I get the under over. You don't always get it, but absolutely love it. Something quick to point out here too. It's like, I've never been a market maker. I don't know what it's like to be a market maker. I have no idea. Okay, but I think about this stuff like I'm a business owner. I know your goal as a business owner is to make money. You have a model and you pursue it, and the whole goal is to be profitable, right? And improve quality of life for you and your employees. That's it. So what does a market maker do? They are here to make money. Do you think that they want, if they see my order sitting down here at 23.91 and this stock is close enough to it to where they can make that connection and make some freaking money, you think they're going to fill me? Absolutely, they're going to fill me. Is it incentivize them to fill me? Yeah, buddy. It incentivizes them to fill me. I know if I was a market maker and this stock's going down and I'm seeing all these bids going off and I had an opportunity to grab an order down here and make me some extra money, I would do it. So that's how my mind works. That's what this is about. I've never been a market maker. I have no idea. I put my orders out light. I had a plan from the very beginning. I want to start in here in case this thing never fails. I want in. 1,000 shares in. That's it. Now, if I'm going to add, I want to get a better average. So I'm taking a look down here. Okay, let's see. It's creeping down. Ooh, here's a good one. It might find support right here. It might find support right here. Okay, so I'm looking for a little under over on that, right? Right around 65. I'm going to go ahead and add there if it gets to that. You know, okay, good. I got 2,000 shares now, right? If this thing runs, yay. But the plan is I'm risking 24. If it gets here, look great, man. I'm getting full size. So this was just my lucky day. This thing just came down here and it caught all my beautiful little orders right before it ran, you know, $5. So these things don't happen every day, but that's why I do what I do. I get in here because I don't want to miss it. I get in here because it's doing something and it's headed in my direction. I could add a 500 times in here. I don't give a crap as long as I'm above my risk level. So of course you can do that with 100 shares, right? You could do the same thing. You could just start in, you risk 500 bucks, starting with 100 shares, and 200 shares, and 500 shares at the end, you know, and be in with 1,000 shares. Just knock a zero off of everything you saw on my chart. You know, 100 shares, 300 shares, and then 500 shares, and you could have had 1,000 shares and made this run with me. Peace. See you next time.